G'day guys, what's cracking? 2 Aussie here again. So it's time to do it. I've got to do the Domino's super premium, well not range, but I'm going to get one of their pizzas. Now, these super premiums, you know, they got a super premium price as well. Most of them, there's 5 in the range, most of them are $17.65. With that being said, having 5 in the range, I went in there, had a look. I couldn't find anything that really tickles my fancy. Because they're super premium, they're a little bit schmancy. There's things like brisket, smoked brisket, Peking duck, all sorts of things like this, fancy cheeses. Now, I looked at these things and I'm like, some of these combinations just don't work for me. I'm not really that keen, but the ones I did want to try, when I looked at what was in them, I thought, maybe not. But what we are going to try today is smoky brisket cheesesteak. Now, guys, you know I'm not going to pay $17.65 for a Domino's pizza, no matter whether it's super or not. We're getting it today for $10.90. I won't jabber on too much about all that. We'll talk about it as we munch out. I'm going to go in and grab this super premium pizza. Only one today. We may do more in the future. You never know. With that being said, let's get it. And away we go. Here it is. The Domino's super premium smoked brisket cheese steak. Ta-da! Now, I haven't looked at it either. We're sharing this moment together because you know how caring and sharing I am. I got to tell you, if I still haven't looked at it, you have, but it just does smell good, if nothing else. So, let's check it out. Oh, look what's happening here. Something fell off. So there's a little bit of smoked brisket. Actually looks like beef jerky. Let's give it a try. A little bit crispy. Does hit a bit different. Something a bit different from Domino's there. So what I might do is, I'll find a good piece here with lots on it. Now this guy is going to be very cheesy, but what we're going to do first, is it actually cut? What we're going to do first is have a little taste test of the whole thing together. Now, like I said, very cheesy. It is called a cheesesteak. So without further ado, let's test it out. Well, I was going to say it tastes very creamy, but like a dumbass, I didn't really think. There's a reason for that, because it's got creme fraiche on it. I haven't told you the ingredients yet, have I? So, it actually tastes pretty good. It is creamy, and because it's very cheesy and got creme fraiche on it, it actually does taste pretty good. It is super, let's put it that way. Whether it's super premium, that's another thing. Some brisket. Well, I haven't actually had the brisket with it yet. Let's try it out. Now we're talking. That gives much more flavour. Now, what's on this thing? This one, the smoky brisket cheesesteak super premium. It has smoky Western Australian beef brisket, vintage cheddar, Hastings Valley parmesan, sliced mushrooms, red onions, and creme fraiche base. That's why it tastes so creamy. When I looked through the range, what I really wanted to try was the Peking duck. There is a Peking duck pizza, and there's another pizza, it's a meaty one that has Peking duck on it as well. Now, I probably will try that in the future, but for now, I wanted to get the one, not just that you might want to see, but that I want to eat, because in the end, I'm the fool that's got to eat it, aren't I? I guess I would like something that, for the first 1 out of 5, I probably will one day eventually try the whole lot. Hey guys, want to see the smallest pizza in the world? It's kind of a bit funny, isn't it? Anyway, this is a pretty good pizza. I like it. might put it this way. Now I was going to measure it, I don't know if you can see the tape measure down there. Completely forgot all about it, but it looks like the standard 10-inch Domino's pizza. Nothing's changed there. Super premium, same size. So, you know what? I was thinking, and I was going to say to you guys, these days I struggle to eat a whole pizza, but this one, I'm actually going to eat the whole lot. It's a beauty. I like it. Now, whether I'd like to pay $17.65 or whether you'd like to pay $17.65, that's another story. Now, I got this for $10.90. I'm not going to let you in on my little secret this time, because there's two ways of getting it for that price. Now, your mission, should you wish to accept it, will be, and that's if you're in Australia, of course. If you're in another country, this isn't even going to be available. But your mission, should you wish to accept it, is to go in there. If you want one of these, figure it out yourself. I'll let you do the work this time. But with that being said, you can also, if you want to just stay at home and sit on your ass and get one of these delivered for $15, you can do that. There's a part in there. Well, you'll probably see it when you go into order anyway. You can actually get it delivered for less than it costs to go in and buy and get the pizza for $17.65. Delivery for $15. I actually would sit at home, wait for one of these for $15 and pay less than going to get it. $15, I think, delivered is a pretty eat-to deal. But today, I wanted to get it for $10.90. Now, get in there, guys. Give it a try. See if you can find it. Let me know how you go. Now, in case you haven't been into the Domino's app or looked at their menu recently since this has come out, there's 5 in the range, as I said previously. Barbecue meat deluxe, low and slow barbecue brisket, smoky beef brisket and prawn, crispy barbecue Peking duck, and this one. But for me, a lot of the combinations, when I looked at what was in the ingredients, they may work for you, but they didn't work for me. And one of them had barbecue base, which was the barbecue meat deluxe, and barbecue drizzled on top. And I know I could get the barbecue drizzle taken off, but realistically, that's not how it's made. I would want to show you guys the whole pizza. Now, that one had duck and everything on it, but that excess of barbecue sauce just wasn't floating my boat. I wasn't really keen on that. Now, this one, the reason I went for this, because a lot of cheese. You can see it's very cheesy. Looks fantastic. Plus, it's got mushroom, capsicum, onion, different type of base with the cream fresh. I wanted to try that on this. So I'm a pretty happy chappy with my selection today. Pretty good one, Domino's. I like it. Now, of course, guys, we know what's going to happen. People are going to comment. They're going to say Domino's is crap, Domino's this, Domino's that, too expensive. You know what? Whether I agree or not, that's beside the point. I'm just here to show you. And I know you're not having a go at me, but when you say these things, but I am glad I tried it. I did get it for a good price. So, guys, for $10.90, I'll pay that any day of the week. $17.65, I'm probably on board with most of you guys. I probably wouldn't pay it. But having said that, let me say this. I'm going to give this one 4 3/4 for taste. What I do love is that combination with the mushroom, the creme fraiche, and the parmesan. So, for me, they're on a winner here. I love that pizza. And if you want to try one of them, there's plenty of meat on there by the looks of it. It's got lots of cheese and it does taste fantastic. I'm totally impressed with that one. And for $10.90, if you can pick it up for that price, get in there and investigate, guys. I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 for value. But for $17.65, and there's another one in there, even $17.85, I'm not touching that because I never would pay it. So, guys, that's your cheese steak. It is a beautiful pizza. So, I said I'll probably eat it all right now, but I reckon I'll save a couple of slices for Ron. Believe it or not, guys, these days I can't eat that much. Not at once, anyway. So, I'm totally stoked with that pizza. I love it. It is to me, super premium, especially it doesn't look like it's got, you would expect probably a bit more on it, but it's the fact that it's got all those cheeses on it. It is quite thick. It's not a bad size. Now, talking about it being a bit thick, I'm pretty sure you could get thin crust and pan base. I wasn't going to go thin crust. You want to get as much as you can. Got the classic. But I'm not really a thin crust kind of guy anyway. I like the classic crust. And as you can see, cooked pretty well on the... Wait, it's fallen off. Well, that's a good sign. That means there's a bit on there. Cooked pretty well on the bottom. Totally stoked today. So glad I tried this. I have been putting it off because I've been doing other things. Nearly lost it then. Don't want to lose this thing. But I am glad I tried it. So, of course, in the end, it's your decision, but I highly recommend that one. And if you can't find it cheap like I did, get it delivered. You know, it's still only going to cost you 15 bucks. Doesn't get much better than that. So, guys, that's our smoky brisket cheesesteak. I was semi-juiced to try this. Now I'm totally juiced that I did try it. I love it. So, new on the premium range for Domino's. We'll see how long it lasts. Who knows? It may not even last if people don't buy it. So guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, you can never be too Aussie. Hooroo. Stay fresh. That one's a winner.